I'm in Salad and I saw Trainspotting. It is directed by Danny Boyle, written by John Hodge. And if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. This was requested by Patreon. If you'd like to fast track movie review, you can do that. Patreon.com/ASEPresents. Check out my humble abode. It's a Bowden. Do you see it? It's so beautiful. Oh, nice. There it is. Look, you got my door. This is how I enter. Hello? What's under here? Hello? Hello? There's no one in there right now. You know, I didn't see anyone there, but I did see a bunch of those heroin needles. Just like in this movie, Trainspotting. Well, I can't believe it. Well, this movie starts, we're following Renton. He's a heroin addict. He does a bunch of heroin. You know, for a drug called heroin, this guy seems to have a lot of losses in his life. Mostly hero lost, maybe. Maybe that should be his name. Anyway, we got Renton. He's, you know, being heroin. He's doing heroin. He's not really living his life. I do like the look at his character pretty much immediately at the start of this movie. He talks about how life just keeps on going. You don't choose to live here. So what am I gonna do with my time? I'm just gonna sit here and lay here, not do anything. I'm going to live in squalor, nothing pretty much. Just gonna lay here and just look at the ceiling the entire time. And I was like, okay, I guess that's a way for you to spend your life. Why? Why would you spend your life that way? Well, this guy's like, you know, life, it kind of sucks. Whatever. But, have you ever thought about the pleasures? I think it's got a splinter. Have you ever thought the pleasures? The pleasures of being on heroin, dude. The pleasures be like insane. And I'm like, okay, I mean, I guess I've never been on heroin. I wouldn't know what it's like. I wouldn't want to know what it's like, because once I know what it's like, then I'm going to be craving that the entire rest of my life. So, I'd rather not have the experience now. Just, you know, personally. But this guy is like, oh, I just rather be laying. And of course, when you're on heroin, nothing happens. Nothing is in your worries. But once you're off of heroin, you're more like losing at life. Because, you know, you got a bunch of other stuff to worry about. And I'm just like, oh man, this does suck. This sucks for Renton. I'm sorry you have to experience this, but this is life. Welcome. Welcome to life. Welcome to living, I guess. What you do with it is whatever you do with it. Determines people know you or not. It's likely that no one will know you or not. Anyway, so what's fun about this movie is we get to see why someone does heroin. And they do heroin because you don't want to, well, this guy in particular just doesn't want to do anything. And you know what happens on heroin? Lots of sex. So much sex. All of the sex in the world. Whew. Like, wow, okay, cool. That seems difficult to understand, difficult to process when you're high. Whether you're wearing a condom or not, it just seems like you're going to have somebody get knocked up. You're gonna knock someone up for that. You gotta be careful about that. But of course, yeah, Renton. Here's the gross part of the movie. And this is really where I started to disengage from this story. I understand that this has to be there. It has to be, it's like narrative. There's a narrative reason for this being here. However, even if it's narrative reasons, I still have to dock down this movie for points for even including it in the first place. I mean, it's disgusting. This habit is disgusting, it's gross, it's dirty. The movie is trying to tell me this, quite literally. I still don't like it. I still don't like the inclusion. I understand the artistic need and the artistic merit. I still don't like it. So, we got Renton. He develops a bit of a diarrhea problem. He diarrheas all over the place multiple times in the movie. There's a scene where he like puts his hand in it. I'm like, why are you doing that, dude? But of course, There's also other instances of this appearing later on in the movie, but let's just move on chronologically. We got this friend of his, good old pal, amazing pal. He's just great, he's awesome, he's cool, he's amazing. You know what's up with his friends? They're like, hey, you gotta try some heroin. And he's like, I'm not trying to do heroin no more, dude. I'm trying to like not waste my life. And of course, friends be like, oh, but heroin, here you go, have some. And of course, he does get clean a little bit. He does get clean just the tiniest of bits. But he goes have sex with a chick. Has sex with a chick, and what happens? They have sex, and then the day after, he realizes, like someone tells him, rather, that the chick that he had sex with is not an adult. And I'm like, oh my god, how? What, inattentiveness? Lack of caring for all the details? Like, what is this? What do you got going on here, man? What's going on? Even the people in the house, flat, I guess it's flat, it's Britain. Flat, even the people with the flat living with her, she didn't think, oh, they're like a little bit weird and old, you know? You didn't think that at all? Like, you just are like, oh, they're roommates. But why would someone so young be roommating with somebody like 20 to 30 years older than them, dude? You didn't look at their faces at all whatsoever. Anyway, so this guy is in deep trouble, and he relapses. He relaxes, and the next morning, he's like in a bed, and he's like, oh, well, no, I've doo-dooed all over myself. I gotta take the sheets home. I gotta take the sheets to the washing machine. I'll take care of it. By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, you can't just stick shit-written sheets in a washing machine. That's not how it will clean. That is not how it will clean. Okay? I have to shout about this, okay? Because my father did this to me. He was like, oh no, our dog just shit on the mat, whatever, you know, dog stuff. And then he decides to put the mat, the shit, nothing cleaned off of it whatsoever. You decide to put that straight into the washing machine where my clothes were at without telling me at all. I would have just taken care of the mess. He didn't do that at all. No. Put it straight in the washing machine. Those clothes smelled like shit for weeks, okay? Because they weren't properly cleaned. Not properly cleaned. Why would you do this? But of course, the mother's like, oh, I'll take care of this. And they have a little bit of a tuggle fight. And then, uh-oh, it goes everywhere. I'm like, please. This is embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. If I were in this situation, I'd be so embarrassed. You know, seeing this movie alone, seeing the side effects, heroin alone, just dissuaded me from trying it at all, ever. I was never going to try it. But, I mean, good job, movie. It made me not want to try this at all. So, of course, he's like, he has money, he needs money, so he decides to rob people. Oh my goodness. Crimes, more taking stuff from people. Doesn't that just suck? But he does that. I do like the little bit of a fight that they have, Renton and his friend, which basically causes Renton to just like break up with his friend, and then they move on, and Renton just walks off, and that's the rest of the movie. I'm like, okay, you know what? Good for you, Renton. Good job. You did it. You made it so you can live on your own. You can be good. You can make it. Oh, you'll have to get to a point where you can live on your own. But you're getting to a point where you're cutting out all the toxic connections in your life. Good job. I'm gonna hide in my hole again. I'll hide back here. Cause this is my home. And even though Renton don't got no home, he's still searching for some. at the end of the day, at least I can take solace in the home that I have. This is my humble abode. Welcome to it. There's no heroin. I have a strictly no heroin policy here. But you can bring all the other hard drugs you want. No heroin, and that's it. That's it. That's the only rule. So this movie, there's a lot of chatting with everyone. There's a lot. It's a very talky movie. Like, there's not like a ton of fighting, like fisticuffs. There's not really a lot of that. It's mostly just discussion dialogue. The dialogue is pretty much Renton doesn't want to live. He wishes he wasn't born, so he does heroin. And he hangs out with friends that do heroin. And then we also have his parents who are like scared and want to help him and love him and whatever. But you know what's fun? Eventually, Renton gets rid of those friends himself. So I'm like happy for him. Like, yeah, you did a good job, Renton. Amazing job. Good job, good job. So overall, this movie's weird. I guess I kind of liked it. I mean, it's good message. It's a really good message. The execution is great. Gosh, I don't like the feces. I wish I hadn't seen the feces, man. I know they're not real. People keep telling me, oh, it's not real. I don't care, okay? I don't care if it's not real or not. I don't care if you're showing me like chunky chocolate. It's the fact that it's a representation of what the subject is supposed to be. This is the exact same gripe that I have with gore, okay? People keep telling me, oh, gore is awesome, gore is cool, look at the gore, look at the gore, look at all the gore in just in general. Oh, look at it, can you see it? Oh, it's just candy blood, why can't you see it? Don't you see it's obviously fake? I'm like, I know it's obviously fake, okay? I know how movie production works. They're not just like stealing blood from a hospital. Then everyone, no, there would be no blood for hospitals if that were the case. No, I know it's fake, okay? I know it's fake. The fact that it's supposed to represent blood, the concept of blood, the concept seeing blood is itself hard to watch, okay? Even if it is candy blood, even if it's obviously so fake that it couldn't be real, I still look away because it's a disgusting, it's a painful experience to watch, because I feel that I'm that person being mauled on the screen right here, right now. I feel like I put myself in that person's shoes, and I think, what would I feel if I were them? What would I do? What would I do? I would feel bad. I would feel bad if I had a needle going through my eyeball, okay? I would feel bad. And seeing that, I wouldn't want to see it, even if it's just a grape painted to look like an eyeball. It's still supposed to represent an eyeball, and it makes me feel pain. It makes me feel bad. It makes me feel that maybe I have a needle about to go into my eyeball, which is a real eyeball. Okay, so the feces I didn't like, obviously. That really destroys my enjoyment of a movie. Like, it really does. You don't understand. It really does. Even if a movie is great otherwise, like this one. This movie had some deep commentary. Not even commentary. It's just a showcase of a heroin addict and then the friends that they're around enabling this behavior, and the family who cares about them's behavior, what the type of people that they are like to even have caused Renton to go down this path in the first place. It's just the type of people. This movie is showing the type of people that it is that they are. Man, I like it. I like it. Feces really take away like a 1.5 for me. So this movie was like an 8 out of 10 because of the feces, though. It gets a 6.5 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one the platform really likes that. If you want to fast track a movie review, you can do that for $20 Redinos at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you'd like to help for daily grind, it is of all them daily movie reviews, go to this link tree. By the way, you can help support the daily grind of all them daily movie reviews. So you can go here. And until next time, Mint Salad, I'll see you later to my sour croutons and bacon bits.